Traveler? Traveler, may I come in? Please. I need you urgently. I apologize for coming to you at such a short notice. Why I came? Well, it's not really an interesting reason. Um, you are being quite ridiculous, Ryan. I would never come to you because of a nightmare. Of course, you know how ridiculous you sound. I have lived for such a long time. Surely nightmares were of no bother to me. Otherwise, you would find me crawling to your room whenever I had one. Surely you don't underestimate me that much? Well, Alright, I suppose I will admit that I have had a nightmare, and that's why I came to you, but I promise this is not the case every time. Please do not bring it up again. You don't think it's ridiculous? You truly mean that? Well, I apologize for thinking that of you. I truly did not mean to upset you by my thoughts. I simply saw it as something shameful to myself. I have lived for so long after all, so it feels rather ridiculous to still be so scared of nightmares, even after all those years. But Oh, they scare you as well? Well, I suppose being honest with you right now, it's not really a bad idea. Would you mind holding me while I talk? I hesitate to say this, but it was a little bit too much to handle, even for someone like myself. Hey, do not give me that look. Now, as I was saying, it was strangely realistic, in a way that made me very uncomfortable. You must remember the day that the trial had taken place, when I had descended from my own throne, or was at least forced to expose my own lies. Regardless of the circumstances, I saw the water, and it was coming up all around me. I was not dissolving, and it was eerily similar to what happened. You told me what Neuvillette had done, but except this time, nobody survived. All of them dissolved, and I had failed. No matter what I did, it seemed like it didn't matter too much. And Neuvillette, I saw him, and he looked at me, and he kept saying that I was guilty, that I was the reason that Fontaine had drowned, that everybody had dissolved, and Oceanids materialized around me, and they kept shouting, guilty, guilty, over and over, until I finally woke up. It is so similar to what happened, and yet it ended in such a different way. I have had similar nightmares in the past, but none of them were quite so realistic. I almost felt like I would never wake up. So I suppose that's why I came. I needed someone to help me, because I feel quite terrible, traveler. No, I don't intend to go back to sleep. I really can't get in the mood for it. I hope that you don't mock me for this in the morning and forget that it ever happened. It is rather embarrassing for me. Maybe you think it shouldn't be, but it is for now. And so, until it stops being so, I ask you to be quite discreet about what we do. Even to me. Don't mention it. Please, I ask of you. I am grateful for your secrecy, but even besides all of that, I would rather we talk about something else other than the nightmare. I would rather not to think about it for any longer than this. I thank you for your concern, though. You had told me something quite interesting a few days ago about a story you once read. I would never deflect my own. I have no idea what you speak of. Maybe then You truly are insistent, you know? And had I been still the Archon, I would have truly punished you for your misconduct. Why, of course, it is bothersome. This is harassment. You are trying to pry my own secrets out of me. Well, I guess I have never really had anyone to share them with, so maybe I will share them with you, since you are so curious. Yes, I have had a lot of times where I felt like I was doomed to fail, but I suppose that right now it's all over. I simply don't want to think about the past anymore. The past has undoubtedly shaped my own future in ways I cannot now change. But there's the future that I still hold, and there are so many things that I still want to do. So, despite the changes, I don't want to let my past hold me back. I'm glad you agree. I guess we got a little bit too philosophical there. But, such is the way when you speak to a very wise person like myself. I'll stop laughing, you. You don't know anything. Well, you certainly don't know that I have planned to sleep in your bed tonight. You already knew that? Well, I will figure out something else to surprise you with. I know. You certainly did not know that I was going to kiss you right now. You didn't. Look at your face. Oh, you want more than a kiss? Well, that's a little bit too surprising. I suppose I can try to offer you that. Certainly not now, though. But I will think about it. But for now, I am afraid that I shall retire. Despite saying that I did not want to sleep earlier, Well, I really need to sleep, traveler. So, would you hug me so I don't get any more nightmares? I know I don't say it a lot, but I truly love you. Good night, traveler.